What up? It's your boy Dance. What's up, Dance Crew? I hope everybody's having a great time, great day, great night, whatever time it is. Anyways, man, we're reacting to Borderlands 4 official making a Vault Hunter overview trailer. I don't know much about Borderlands 4. I did play some of Borderlands 3, but I'm not a die-hard Borderlands franchise guy. But I know the game was great when I played Borderlands 3 for sure. Anyways, man, let's see if this is actually worth anything. Because I know a lot of the Borderlands fans that are my friends that are Borderlands fans. They're kind of iffy on the 4. They're excited, but also a little iffy on it. So see what it do.
Vault hunters at their core are like treasure hunters, bounty seekers. They kind of live on the edge. They're fine taking matters into their own hands, kind of playing that gray space between what's right and what's wrong. Ultimately, they're after a buck or, you know, riches, power, glory, you name it. And they're willing to do what they want to get to it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really like the detail in this. And of course, these are cutscenes right here because they have the cartoon graphics for the most part. But I like the details that they put into this for some of these characters.
So a Vault Hunter then is a treasure seeker, but also a Vault Hunter is someone that embraces the chaos that is the Borderlands and thrives. It starts with pitches from within the company. Anyone in the company can pitch a Vault Hunter. We play the game so much that we start to think about what we would want to see in it next. We collect pitches.
I love that. I love that.
At the company level, we review those pitches and narrow it down. Often we'll take elements of multiple pitches and put them together to make something even more badass. And then it really goes to design.
We want them to be somebody that players and ourselves can relate to. We view them very similar to like a hero, like in a comic book is frequently a good reference point for us. You want to get something that feels familiar and play as somebody you actually want it to be in real life.
You know, it starts with the ideation of trying to, you know, define and decipher what kind of fantasies we want to build for players. And then from there, it goes into concept. Concept comes up with a bunch of ideas that then design reacts to.
I like that they took opinions from the company. That is pretty dope. Like they actually are taking input in and actually giving out the feedback. So it seems like they actually give a damn. You know what I mean? I love any company that does that. That's for sure.
And so from there, you go on to building the character and then actually building the action skill. And that's a continuous process as you work with animation, effects, audio, seeing if it feels good, if it feels fun. Sometimes it doesn't. You go back and you have to redo stuff. So, you know, Vault Hunters are in constant production over the course of the project, and we will keep tweaking stuff until, you know, code tells us, stop touching stuff, we gotta ship.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guiding principle of Borderlands in general is just to be badass. The abilities, the gear, everything, it all has to be the things that our community expects.
And it looks like they low-key may have stepped up a notch on some of the abilities in the gear. And you know, it's tough to step up a notch from Borderlands 3. So saying that is saying y'all are handling business.
They can be from any walk of life. They can bring anything to the table, but ultimately they have to be cool and they have to be fun to play.
We just approach each character and imagine who they are at their most heightened, in the most insane scenario you could place someone and have them, because they are in the Borderlands, assume it to be the norm. The average day in the Borderlands would be an insane day for any of us. And what would a crazy day look like for someone that lives in this universe?
We're always looking for creating new and interesting experiences.
I really like these cutscenes that they have. Like, look at the chaos here. You got the raiders down here. You got the robot on top of the dinosaur here. You got more raiders on top of the big ass dinosaur. And he's like, yep, I'm just going to go ahead and handle that. like this with these two axes.
lives in this universe.
We're always looking for creating new and interesting experiences. We almost always have a soldier and we almost always have a siren, but we're always looking for, what if the siren had spooky dark powers? What if a soldier had a suit that was grafted to his body and he had like extra
That was super dope. He had, wow, that's intense. That's intense.
arms and ligaments to help him in battle?
To the team, delivering
He's like the Blue Beetle.
Vault Hunters that we know players will really love is everything. We want to make sure that we're playtesting, that we're bringing in players that can hit on each of the individual phases that we have through development. For me, that was one of my pillars to the team on this project, was playtest often. Any of these number of things that we have with systems and design, we want to get those in front of players so that they can tell us if we're on base or if we need to go and be a little bit better.
We're always looking at the community when it comes to our Vault Hunters to make sure that we're kind of meeting their expectations and then exceeding them, and also surprising them. You know, we can kind of infer a lot of what they're feeling, and we can like use that to our advantage to try to play with those expectations. And so
It's the community feedback they use. Come on, man. You can't beat that. That's how companies should do things all the time when it comes to gaming. You know, companies that aren't just money hungry and stuff. It's companies that actually want to satisfy their community, satisfy the consumer. I'm just saying, man.
when the game comes out, they're still surprised in the wake of all the marketing that comes along with it.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm
Not feeling like you've seen the whole movie with the trailer, you know?
so excited for the people to be able to actually get their hands on Borderlands 4 and just see how badass this world really is. I mean, it's not only bigger, and I mean bigger by a large extent than any Borderlands we've made, but it's also far more detailed and far more beautiful.
We're back, and we're bigger and better than ever. We have so much more abilities, so much more that goes into our Vault Hunters. We have billions of guns. I think that people will be really, really excited about where we're headed in Borderlands 4.
Okay. Break free. Borderlands 4. Okay. Okay. Honestly, watching that actually made me more interested in it. A lot more interested. A lot more interested than where I was before I started the video. So that says a lot about the way these developers are handling their business and handling the game. So, but honestly, Borderlands 3 was kind of similar as far as like how it felt like the developers actually gave a damn. Gearbox actually cared about the people. So one thing about Gearbox, that's another company that tends to like aim for stuff that people like. So they try to do what the actual community likes. So I'm just yawning just to yawn at this point. I'm not even tired. I just literally just woke up. So it's crazy work. Anyways, man, you always remember that the work got to follow the prayer, the dream, the wish. We're on the road to 3K subs. Comment, like, subscribe down below. Still a little under the weather, but that's okay. Let's get it. Let's go. We out of here. Peace.